Welcome to our course on the afterlife, spirits, reincarnation. Most of the people of the world will believe in a life after death, that there's some type of spirit, soul in the body that survives and that goes other places, does other things, out of body experience, all these different things, and reincarnation. In fact, most of the people of the world, more than half, as a religion, believe in a reincarnation. Religiously, they believe that there are doors after doors after doors. We're going to be offering you some proof positive of this. We're going to be showing you different ideas that when it comes to reincarnation, there is scientific evidence behind this. And now we must open our mind to a new type of idea. But we must recognize that when it comes to reincarnation, that we're going to find that most of the stories are coming from people who had violent or unnatural deaths. Now think of it now. Most people who reincarnate, they come to some peace, and they don't really transmit the ideas, the memories, so they're not so clear. The clarity of memory seems to come from the ones that were killed and killed violently. So that's oftentimes the stories that are being told. But there's other stories. The Tibetan Book of the Dead will tell us how everybody that will die has 49 days of walking, and they go through the peaceful deities, and then they meet the wrathful deities, all visions and identities of their own mind. We encounter our own demons, and our own demons are trying to either tempt us or trying to get us to release attachments so that we can make the transition more easy. Maybe even be able to see the point of copulation in our new life. So these things happen, and we have an entire course devoted to analyzing all of these different things in detail. Different types of Bardo prayers to be used for people after they're dying, and also confidential past life regression therapies. Yes, regression therapies that you can use to help to tap into that past life. Now, as you are doing this, you might find that you're a warrior. You might find that you have information that you're a pauper. You might be a prince, a banker, poet, or king. Who knows? As these things are hitting you, they're kind of like movies. You see a story, okay? You don't have to get caught up into the story. You have to recognize these are like movies. Let them come and let them flow. And we're going to be using our machine to help us to find out. So we don't get too clingy, but enjoy the movie, get the message. As we go into our device, we're going to see here on the main page that if we go to programs, we're going to go down to the aging. Now there's a whole system of analysis here for what to do for anti-aging and all these things. But in order to get to the past lives, you're going to go down and look for the atom here. Double click on the atom a couple of times, and up will come the button for the past life. As you go into the past life program, you can type in a conflict, a concern, if there's a concern, some issue that you want to explore. Then what you do, it takes information, relax, release the negativity, and the machine is going to start processing questions. The machine is going to start to process questions. It'll be asking questions like which millennia, which century, which decade, which year. And then they're asking questions about a view, and then it measures your electronic reaction to these questions. So if you react more to one decade versus another, or more than one millennia than another, it will pick out your reactions of what you do, unconscious reactivity. The unconscious reactivity will then come down, and you'll be able to see the results. Now, recognize that sometimes you might blink at the wrong time, different energies. Take this with a grain of salt and play with it. Have fun. But after you get through, and the QXED is working through the panel, here's the initial panel, you see, and you find out what of the type of reactions, you see, what sex, what consonant, and it just gives you an idea. These are reaction profiles, what you reacted to. You actually even, I want you to choose letters. Maybe you'll pick a name. It's hard to tell exactly, but recognize that this is something that is meant to draw out an introspection, so that you look at yourself, look at your mind, and recognize that deep inside you, things will come out. Your unconscious will bring things out. Now, maybe it will release some type of a violent death, or maybe it'll have something more sexual. Who knows? All of these things can come out, and let them flow. Don't cling to them. Make them like movies, like this is a movie you're watching. Recognize it doesn't have to be too real, but it is insightful. Does it help you to make new insights into your life? So as you go through the course and you start to look at different perspectives, we have a new type of biology that will come out of it, where we start to understand spiritual possession as part of the spectrum of mental disease. We have to understand much more about the expansive nature of the soul and the body, and not have such a materialistic idea. We need to expand our minds into medicine.